Hi all, it's Kylie from Kylie's Card Craft. Thanks for joining me again today. Can you believe we're in April already? And it's time for our 2022 Collage Challenge April. The year's just flying. So it's Wednesday the 6th of April, so I had to write it on there so I'd remind myself. I'm doing this now. It is Wednesday, I've just got home from work. So much for having this done prior. I have done during the week, grabbed a little few, and I never feel I'm quite organised enough for collages, but we'll see how we go. So for this month, this is a challenge done, co-hosted by Leigh at Leigh's Art Studio and Julie at Art and Junk Journals with Julie, and a pile of others. It's been so popular. I can't believe how well received this has been and how popular it's been. If you are watching this now and you haven't seen any of the others, by all means go and jump onto either Leigh's Art Studio or Art and Junk Journals with Julie. They have playlists up there which will show everybody's collages for each month. We've had February, March. This is our third one, so this is April. And for this month, all right, you're ready for the prompts. The age, period, or style is boho. Now, for those of you that know me, know that I do everything in muted browns and tans and blacks and browns and all that. So we're going bright, bold colours, metallics, beads, etc. So I have looked a little bit around and found some bits and bobs. So we'll see how we go. The theme is time or date. That's not a problem for me. I have lots of clocks. I have lots of date bits and stamps and all the rest. So that one wasn't a problem. Tick, you know. Colour, red or pink. Well, of course, because it's boho. So luckily, these work really well with boho. But they're not a colour I tend to work with. So, as I said, I had my little box of bits and bobs, but in my stash of bits, I have these beautiful ribbons. I knew I'd use them one day, and I've got full rolls there. So, I'm going with the pink over the red because I want them to go in with those ribbons. So, that's been my starting point, I suppose. I've pulled out the only pink ink pads that I have. We have Picked Raspberry and we have the new Kitsch Flamingo, which came out, I think, last year. So they're the only pinks that I have. But it's cool. I could paint, but yeah, no, I've got copper in a Perfect Pearls, which these are my metallics. So, you know, antique bronze, perfect copper, and I have a gold paint. Took me forever to find it because I was for a little while thinking I was going to have to use some fingernail polish. But at the last moment, I did find my gold paint. So, I've got a selection of paintbrushes. I did also come across a little gold ink pad. Whether that comes into it or not, I'm not certain, but you know. Right, so paper, music paper or pianola paper. That one was easy. I'm working on a journal at the moment which has got lots of music paper in it, so I've literally just scruffed some of the ones that I had sitting on the side of my desk that were the offcuts from that. So that was easy. Pianola paper. I had pianola paper. It's been sitting here, I reckon, for 2 to 3 years. I bought it and then I wouldn't use it. You know how we get those things? Oh, it was just beautiful, and I've bought another one since then, and no, I can't use that either, and it's just ridiculous. So I made myself last night, and I cut into it. Did keep part of it for the journal I'm working on at the moment, and I've pulled this much out, just so that I've got some there just for this page, or pages. Image, bird, angel or cherub. Again, I was going to go with the bird, but I remembered a couple of weeks ago I found these. They're just little cutouts of wings. And mind you, and if this doesn't work, we'll go back to the bird. So in my mind, I want to paint them a pinky colour, and I want to put some gold on them as well, just to give them a little bit of shimmer so that it takes away a little bit of the pink. Now, my problem was then finding something for them to go on. So I've gone through some old magazines, and I had an old, I don't know what it was, a Woman's Day or something like that from the 50s, and I found her. Don't look at the ad, that's fine, we'll cut her out. But I'm thinking that those behind her, and then I can pop a clock in there. So, because our theme is time or date. That's where I'm going. We'll see how we go. So that's that one. I don't have any cherubs. I'm sorry, no cherubs here. Marks, outlines or shadows, yeah, that one's easy. Shapes, triangle, any kind. That one I'll see how I go. Whether I sketch in a triangle later, whether I just put a triangle label up there, I'm not quite certain. But my swap or bonus is playing card, game piece, puzzle piece, flash card, or bingo card. Got lots of those ones. So again, I've got those that I can pop in if everything else goes awry. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump in. So my next page, and I'm going to sit that close by so that I can actually make sure I'm doing these as I go. So here's last ones. And now we're going pinks. So this is, because you know I do my double pages, and I am just thinking, and I was thinking while I was at work. I do have some bright pink paper. Wow, one sheet. That's all I had. But I do have, in amongst some book paper that I've torn out, and I've tore it out because it's plain and I can stamp on it. But would you believe when I turned it over, it had a pink grid on it. So I'm thinking this one might end up in here somewhere. So they're my pink sections. But as I said, I want to use some of this ribbon. Now I've got, so I'm just going to play around for a moment and see what I've got. This one, they're both on wire, but this one I really don't think I can take the wire out. But I love the colours. I knew I'd use it for some reason. These are from when I used to have the shop. This is the other one. And in my mind, I'm thinking of doing something like that. Because for me, can we see that? Yep. Because for me, that's boho. And I like all that. And it's the gold on this, which is why I had to find the gold paint. And I'm thinking of putting a bit up there, maybe down the bottom or up the top, up there. So, to get rid of some of this, just to tinge it all up, what I'm going to do to start with is just pink my edges. You know what I mean. So, I'm just going to get a blending brush, a blending tool, and a foam. And I'll grab something, just a piece of scrap paper that I'll tear out. Oh, sorry. That was rather noisy, wasn't it? So that I can sit that in there like that. Now, I don't overly want pink up here because this is where, am I in shot there? Yep. Because this is where I want that ribbon, and I don't know. I'll do these and I'll sit that ribbon against it and see if it makes any difference in the colour. I'm going to try Kitsch Flamingo first. It'll take a bit because my blending foam is a clean one. I mean, that's stained, it's clean. So it takes a little bit for the ink. So like my normal ones, there's my brush corduroy, and it just stays brown with that. So it doesn't take much to get the ink going on it again. But because this is a new one, or a clean one, it'll take a while for the ink to go in. So we'll see how we go. It's not the right pink, I don't think. I really don't think. But we'll cover and go from there. But it'll give a little bit. And I'm hoping with my other page of pink, my actual pink paper, blah, I'm just going in on the edges. I'm thinking, let's have a look at that other colour. Bear with me a moment. Picked raspberry. Oh, from memory. See, this one won't even undo it. From memory, this was a real, what I call a Barbie pink. All right. See, I have used pinks. These have probably been used in classes. So let's have a look. Go back up there. Yeah, that's a lighter pink. Way lighter, isn't it? It's, for me, it's a nicer pink, but this is not me. This is not for me. So we'll give it a collection of the two pinks and see what I can do with them. All right, we'll head off down here. I don't know whether that's in shot because I'm taking up a fair whack, aren't I? I know. That was a good English there, Kyles. I know. All right. Actually, I like that pink better. Down in amongst here. And then I can collage over all this, but it's given it a little bit of a base. But what we're going to do to start with, right, so I can see, I love the colour up there. So let's see what it looks like. It's actually brighter. It's almost red, isn't it? Take that off there. So what do? I like that colour, I think, more than that colour. So yes, my tops I'm leaving. I will just give a little bit down the centres, just right in here if I can. I don't think these are as bright as they should be for boho, but it's what you've got, really, isn't it? You know, the whole point of this is to use what you've got. Don't run out and buy new things just to try and pop them in there. So luckily I had those angel wings. If I didn't, and I'd found them at, you know, like one of the discount stores a couple of weeks ago, but if I didn't have those, I would have just used a bird, and I may still use the bird. They weren't bought specifically for this, so it's just a matter of using what you've got, arranging things for what's in your stash. The collage challenge, I find, is a great way of finding things that you didn't really realise were in your stash. Go back through your stash, see what you've got in there. They're a great way of using it up. I'm just going to get rid of that one and pop on the other one again. Oh, sorry. Right, let's go back over with this one again so that we get this variegated look now. Sorry, I've put the tripod further up and I can't now see the screen to try and get the full double page in here, and I don't know how I did it last time, because I change it nearly every time depending on what we're doing. And last video was just the little flowers using old pieces of sewing patterns, so it was closer down. I've had to rearrange the whole thing, and now I can't remember how I normally have it, so I'm hoping I'm in shot for you. Right, so there's my pink edging. Sit you there, sit you there. And these are going to go over the top towards the end. But yeah, I like it better on that colour than that colour. Right, so I'm just going to sit them to the side because I know I'm going to pop them in. What I want to do is start collaging over this now. And I might need some more. Well, I've got oodles sitting around. That's fine. If there's one thing that I have, it's music pages. I cleaned out my cupboards the other day. Redid my bookshelf type thing and found that I had an entire cube double strung type thing of just of music sheets. So, you know, don't really think I'm going to need much more. So I promised myself when I went antiquing and bookshop hunting and all the rest that I was not allowed to get any more music page. So I'm just going to stick down as we go while we're talking. Hoping that, I've just come home from work and realised that I didn't put the lid back on that last night when I finished. So we're hoping. Is that still in shot? Yep, even that's in shot. It might not be. Oh, how sad. Nah, I've lost it. All right. We'll go to that one. Oh! Right. We'll go back onto this one. Right, so we'll just squish this down as we go. And we'll put a paler one on the other side. And then I should have enough space in there for that that pink paper. Which way do I want to go? Makes no difference, does it? Right. Go that way. Go that way. And don't know. I don't know with music which way it's meant to go. I truly don't. What did I do with my scraper? Right, so let's start to have a look at this pink paper. I'm hoping, yeah, look, that's what I was hoping for. So I've still got my pink in there, and then I can do it over with the pernola paper. That's not straight. So I'm just going to pop that on there like so. And let's go that way for this one. Nah, let's face them out. I know what I mean. Right, so I need to tear off a bit of that one too. I like my white showing when I'm collaging for most times, especially if I'm not inking. It still gives me that bit of difference. Okay. Oh, wrong way. I think that's just about empty, that's why. Yep. Alright. Let's hope we've got another one. I've usually got more sitting around. Ugh. What did I do with it? There it is. Right. Alright, so do I have another one in here? I have Tim Tams. Yes, I do. So, there we go, fresh one. And I'll start pulling that one out later on. Right. So I hope you're all joining in with the collages. They are, as I said before, they're so much fun to do. Freaked me right out as I said before when I first started them, but I'm really enjoying them now. I've got 3 glues sitting here now, and I keep picking up all sorts of ones. Right. And what did I just do with that? There. A friend gave me this for Christmas. It's a pot scrubber, would you believe? But it is the best for smoothing down when I've used my glue stick. And you'd think I'd find it because it's a bright purple. But no, it makes no difference. I still lose it all the time. Right. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Ugh. Push hard. Right, so let's have a look at this thing, because I'm hoping, yeah, look at that. That shows that through beautifully, doesn't it? So that's come up an absolute treat there. If I put that to that side, let's just get the ruler and chop that. Might make it easier if I tear it with the ruler. What do you reckon? Like so. Don't know if it's straight. We'll soon find out. Doesn't have to be straight. What I want to do, I love all these, damn it. Just love them. Just love them. Look at that. Look at that. That's bright and nice, isn't it? If I put my lady on here, let's just fix her up for a moment. In here, I've got her there. Sorry, I keep getting distracted because people keep walking past me. So, everyone's going to work or coming home or whatever else. I've just worked out what my problem is today. I don't have my glasses on. And I don't know where they are. They will be on my desk somewhere. You should see my desk at the moment. Oh, my Lord. Found him. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Right. Let's just cut her out and then I can... Because she might not work. I'm hoping that she works. But we'll see. She's not as... What I was hoping to find was a colourful, you know, boho lady. But I couldn't. So what I'm hoping to do... So she, as I said, it was a Woman's Day from... 50s, I think it was. Woman's Day, one of those. Woman's Own, Home Beautiful, something like that. I can't remember. My magazine's up there somewhere and I can't find it at the moment. But I'm hoping to colour her flowers, leaves or whatever they are on her dress. Alright. Sorry, I should have had her cut out prior, shouldn't I? It's alright. It's alright. I promise it won't be too much longer. And I really can't see where she goes around that bit. I don't know. Let's have a look. Alright. I'll take off that sharp point on her elbow. You can see I have no rhyme or reason when I'm cutting out. I'll go a little bit up there, a little bit down here, you know. Just all over the show, that's me. Up around a foot. And I'm going to have to use my blade to get in this other arm, I'm thinking. Right, what do you reckon happens around her head? There's got to be a hand there somewhere, but it's, I don't really mind too much, because what I want to do is if I sit her a clock up here as though she's hanging on to a clock. That's the plan. Right. So, if I just move that there, grab a little one and blade. And this is where we'll tell if the blade is really blunt or not, because if it, with this paper, because it's so thin, if my blade is too blunt, it'll just want to tear it. And I know my blade is nearly up for renewal because I've already lost the tip. So I'll just very gently do that. Look at that. Right. Right. So I want her in here. Let's see if those wings work behind her. They do, you know. Woohoo! Right. They are a little bit glossy now that I've pulled them out. So I don't know whether ink's going to work. So all I'm doing is just with a sanding block, and I'm just taking off some of that gloss just so that the paint or the ink, because I'm just going to use watered down distress ink, but just so that it'll hold, I need to take off some of that gloss. So it's like more or less giving it a coating of gesso anyway, which will allow your paint to hold. But for me, this is quicker and easier, and I don't have to wait for drying time. Right, see how it's given it scratches? It dulls it down and allows your ink to hold. Right, sit that back in there. Right, we'll make some room, shall we? And I want to work on these. If I just move all this to the side. Don't look at how dirty my mat is, because I forgot to clean it before I came on as well. Right, so just some water and my inks. Try picked raspberry. It's very bright. And paintbrush, which I put here. There we go. It's not a very good paintbrush, is it? Probably need a wider one. Let's have a look. It's not very bright. Let's give it some more. Right, so I've given it a bit more there. What it's doing is picking up all the glue that I had on my mat. Awesome. Awesome, Kylie. And this is why I work with the glass mats, because I can be messy like this. Actually, I quite like it just like a dry brush effect. So, and I want to put the gold over it anyway, so if I just do that, yeah, that's why I work with a glass mat. So if I just do that, gives it that messy look. Then they're easy to clean off, and I don't have to arrange spaces or anything else. It's just already on there. So let's just do that. Oh, yeah, I don't mind that. Right. So I'm literally just banging that down now. Oh yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. All right, so now all I'm going to do is spray some water on that. Grab some paper towel. Like so. And then I can clean it off, you see. And my workspace is ready to go again. That's why I like doing that. Right, so that's that. I still want some gold or metallic or something like that on her. Yes, it needs something around the edges now because she's gone in there. So let's have a look. I'm going to have a big clock here. I want sorry, I am here. I'm just thinking. I should think out loud, shouldn't I? But I didn't. I've got to watch the time. She's going to be around about there. If I stick that down in there like that. I've done it again. There it is. Maybe I should tie it around my neck. I want her down off that. I want that there. I've got some time quotes. I like that in there actually. And I want some of my other panola. So that one's going in there, wasn't it? Which was down there like that. So we're going to tear that one off where that is. Right, I want my clocks and that in there. That's a bit shiny, that side. Let's see how this glue goes for that first. And we'll stick that down so that I know what I've got left to play with. Right. Ooh. I'm going that way because I've got a straight edge on this side and crooked end on that side. Now I've got a straight edge and crooked edge. In my mind, that makes sense, okay? That's just a me thing. I still want some bright on her. I can put some more panola down here, which I've got here. There's no reason why it can't go that way, Kylie. Don't be silly. Right. What else did I have in my basket of goodies? Right, with my ribbon going. Oh, I might have to drop her further, mightn't I? No. Right, I just want to, just bear with me. I've got oodles of it. So we'll do that, because what I want to do is take out the wire on this one. There it is. Oh, my hands are sorry, all dry, sorry. As I said, oh, that'll make good jewellery wire later on for beads and dangles. So don't throw anything out. Right. What I'm thinking of what I want to do is gather that. Now, I'm not doing it on my sewing machine, because my sewing machine's over there and I'm not taking the full book to it, and I can't be bothered rethreading my sewing machine before I do it. So I'm going to do it with double-sided tape, and then, of course, this one's going to go in the middle of it anyway. So I'm going to pop that on now so that I can get an idea of where she needs to be. If I go in here, like so, move the glue, find the scissors, I broke all my thumbnail and I'm a bit useless. Now, I don't particularly want it to go over the page. It doesn't need to go over for me for what I want to do. But I just want to give it a little bit of texture as it goes. Then I can chop off. And that's why I wanted the wire taken out of it. Doesn't need to go over the page, Kylie. Up to here, like so. Right, I'm just going to give that a push. I'm not worried about these bits sitting up because I want that other ribbon to come up into it. So, my other one, which is going to have a right and a wrong. But just go, oh, sorry, was that all my head? Was that all you could just see then? So that's going to sit in here like so. I like that. Awesome. So we'll put that in there now, fabric glue. And I didn't want to use the fabric glue to start with on that, because in case it all ran through it and went way too far. Now I know where I'm going with this one, which is just across that wording, really. So between that and my double-sided tape, it will hold it all down beautifully. Right. I don't know. I don't know now. Is that my head again? Well, aren't I in a big mess? Oh, yuck. Oh, Kylie. Ooh, and I've got it everywhere. Well, it was a good idea at the time. You know, some things may not work until we actually try them. And I'm killing this ribbon. Maybe I should have used a hot glue gun. It smells nice too. Right. Now, chop that off. And we're going to do it on the other side as well. All right. like so. Let's just do that. What do you reckon? Look better once it's dry. It will. It will, it will, it will. That's better. There we go. Right. So now I can see where my lady, with her wings, needs to go. So, yeah, she's in the right spot there. Oh, look at me. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Oh, my word. Right. Just pick a bit of that off. I wanted to give her her wings, oops, some doovie. Right, what will we try first? Copper in the Perfect Pearls. Move a little bit of this way. It's not going to be as bright as I want, is it? Now, because I've used a distress ink, it'll react with the liquid, so it'll go lighter in spots. Okay, so because I haven't used a permanent ink, and the distress inks and the distress oxides are made to react with water or liquid. So just be prepared for that if you're planning on doing something like that as well. Should have done those while I was gluing that ribbon down, shouldn't I? So that they could dry. I don't mind the effect though. I'll lift that up. What do we think of the effect? Can we see that? So I'm just going to allow those ones to dry. I'll set them up there. And I'll set you to the side, and I may put that gold on yet. So, go back here. So I can't pop her down until I've got her wings underneath us. So I can go onto this page, glue and all. Oh dear. Right, let's find some of these clocks. Now, as I said before, I have some quotes. What else have I got in here? They're all time quotes. I have a date stamp. And I like that stamp, 3rd of September 1994. We'll use that. That's my wedding anniversary. So, which can go down there, couldn't it? But I want a permanent ink or something a bit... Oh, I wanted to colour her in too, didn't I? Let's just use... Oh, hang on. Let's have a look and see what I've got in here. In these sorts of ones. Lavender, yellow, white, violet, green, pearlescent, orchid, pearlescent, crimson. No. Pearlescent orchid? What do you reckon? Let's just double check that first and see what it looks like. Oh, we want to go that way. It's light, but it might work. Huh. I hate that little bit on there. Right. Bit too light, but it's there. I know I've got time or date in there as well now, and we'll pop that one back. Pearlescent orchid goes in there. And on this side, right, so I've already stuck this bit down. I want that to go across there as well. I'll need to take it further out, otherwise my book may not close. Something to be thoughtful of. Right, let's have a look at some of these. I've got some clocks that I can colour. I've got purple. No. See, they're all in my standard colours, aren't they? But she is in black. I'll just cut that one out and we'll have a look at that one real quick. It could go on the other page, which will tie her in her black and white, won't it? All right. It's not a good circle, but it'll do. So what I want to do on this is like a collage of clocks. But I need a smaller one for her anyway, don't I? I want that sort of thing going down there. So if I have a look at some of these. Just give them a bit of a pink tinge. That's got no ink left on it. Right, I have about 10 minutes left, I think. So I better pull my finger out and actually stop talking and do some of this. Just want that blotchy. It's got to be something brighter. It's got to be some... Ooh. I just had a thought. I'm going to use the other ones for that. Anyway, sit you there. Pull you. I'm sure. Oh, and I haven't used my my gritty paper, have I? Right. So we need to double check and go through the list in a moment and see what we've got. Now I need a small clock, preferably a lot. I reckon I've used most of my small clocks, in all honesty. Let's have a look. Right, so I'm just going to go around this now with the ink pad, which will just make it brighter because I'm going solid ink to it. Now, when you're doing this, don't run your paper through your ink. Run it on an angle like that. Otherwise, the paper's just going to cut through your ink pad. Yeah, that looks better. So it just gives it that really deeper edge and allows for it to stand out a little bit more. Now, we use the other one for the middle one. Just the bigger one. You can still do them with these ones. It is a lot easier with the smaller little inch cube ones. But you can do it with these ones as well. It just allows, look at that. It just allows for a little bit. What I still want is some of that gold in there. Now let's see how this is going. It's drying beautifully actually. But I'm not patient. I've never been known for my patience. So we'll just blot some of those bigger ones off, because they might take a little bit longer to dry. But the rest of that is just about dry. Right. Let's just have a look at this. I don't even know if this one still works. We'll have a look, will we? Once again, that's solid as a rock. The inside's not. Did I use that for anything? No. There you go. That'll make my wings stand out. And it just gives them that rougher look. Rougher, is that a word? It is the wrong brush for this, but that's all right. It's whatever works. As I said, I got out 3 or 4 different types of brushes, but they're all underneath that now, so that's fine. And then this can all be adhered to our lady, and our lady can be adhered down. I can put my quotes on. I need a small clock for her in her hand. My lady, she's now an angel, isn't she? So we can't call her a lady. Well, I suppose angels could be ladies. But once she's got her wings, she's an angel. So, yeah, that will allow those to stand out beautifully. Oh, there we go. Now I'm in the roll with it. Look at that. Got to admit, I like that bit better though. But in saying that, that bit's going to take a lot longer to dry. Alright. Swing that around. We won't see right up there, will we? So we don't need to paint right up there. Now these were just little cardboardy ones, as I said before, that were in, you know, like the cheapy shops, the $2 shops, the Dollar Tree things in America, those sorts of ones. They were just a pack of 10 for $1 or $2 or something like that. So, you know, they're just one of those things that you can tend to sit there and forget about, and then all of a sudden you go, oh, look at that, I could use that and they'll work, especially for things like this. Very impressed. And I don't, as I said before, I don't have cherubs or angels or anything like that, so there we go. How's that? That's made that stand out a little bit better, hasn't it? I just want to put some markings in along there where I've just been a little bit too neat. I'm not neat, so why attempt to be? Right. I don't know why I went all the way down there. Yeah, that's going to make her stand out beautifully. So, I need, put a little bit of tape on her neck there and put that across, I'm thinking. First things first. And I'll do it with tape because though that paper is really thin. So if I just go down there like that, we will catch enough of the wings to work out where we're going. I'll hang on to them so I don't get glue everywhere else. About there? Do you reckon? All right. Well, that's where they are now. Okay. There is no going back now. And now we're just going to stick it all down. Yep. And it's all wet. I've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It's all wet. I can put glue, if I can find it, on my wings and then stick her down later on, can't I? Is that cheating for my hour? I don't know. I won't tell if you don't tell. How's that? Right. Right, so her feet were down there. She's straight. It's a bit late now. How's she? Like that. I would still like, let's make her a bit boho. No, you don't like that. She says as she goes again. So I was just going to ink over them, but thinking maybe my angel might need a little bit more gold paint. She probably doesn't, and it's ruining her dress. But it's too late now. Right. Take off that excess. Yeah, don't like that. Too late. Oh, that could have been dangerous. And that one. So that they're just on her skirt. How's that? Right. So, let's just put the lid on the glue. Glue this time first of all. And we'll start sticking these clocks down. I need to go there. I want that one out, don't I? It's stuck on my glue book. There it is. And there. I still don't call this a collage, Kylie. Oh well. It is what I am. Right, and that one. And then I'm going to put my quotes in. Now, I had stop for a moment, take time, breathe deeply and relax. Yes. Just trimming that a little bit, just so it's slightly smaller. And then let's retrim it so that it's straight. And all I'm going to do again is I'm going to use the pink and I'm going to go across it that way so that I don't have that core colour. Again, you'll notice I'm not doing this, I'm going down. So that now it's got that pink edge on there. It's not really seen, but I can see, I know that it's there. All right. And our last bit is our ribbon across there. What else did I not put? I didn't put that beautiful grid part. Oh, haven't done a triangle. Have not done a triangle or a game piece. I haven't done a game piece or a triangle or shadow or outline. I've done outline because I outlined that. So that's outline. Oh, let us check for a moment. Right, bright colours, metallics, time, date, pink, music paper, pianola paper, image, bird, angel, she's now an angel, outlines or shadows. Well, I have actually outlined that. There you go. Shapes, triangle, any kind. Does an arrow class as a triangle? playing card, game card, puzzle piece, flash card or bingo card. They're not going to fit now. So, duh. On your cars. Very quickly. Oh, I'm over my minute. I'm over my hour. Right, let's have a look. I don't want to just stick in a domino piece just to put it in, though. I could put it, hang on, I'm just standing up because I've got domino pieces over here. Let's have a look. All right. I have these. I could, couldn't I? Luckily she's not stuck down. Suppose they're the same sort of colours, but they just... I'm going to have to, aren't I? Because I don't have a triangle, and I can't think of where to put a triangle. I like the look. I still want to put some beads hanging on a bowl pin on that. But my hour's up and I'm going to keep you here forever if I don't. If I continue to do all those sorts of things. So, right, this one's on. I don't want to go under that foot, under the foot, under the foot, under the foot. Right. I didn't use that lovely grid paper. Maybe I don't put any more of that on. I do like that grid. I do like that grid. Will it fit that way? No? All right. And standard, I'm tearing, sorry. All right. And up there. How long do I need it? It's only one doobie, isn't it? All right. By about there. I can trim that off further. So I'm just going to take it up a little bit further because I can always tear it further off later. We might do that. We might do that. So in which case, that's going to go to there. And into there. And I'm just going to trim off that little bit there so I know where to glue to. All right, glue that. Be done with you, Kylie. All right, so what have I missed now? The triangle, which I just can't put in. So I've got my domino piece. Aren't you right in there? I can trim you down further. Right. I'll shut you, because I haven't done the inside page yet. And then I can trim that down. I've got a rather large mess here, girls. Oh, and I keep sticking my head under the camera. Must work out a better place for that. Right, in the bin. Oh, that's a wonky angle, Kylie. Right, so I've got a little bit of gold on there because I just closed it. I still want, very quickly, I want a little clock in her hand. So let's, geez, I need some more clocks. Let's just take out the centre of this one. And it's at points like this you work out whether your glasses are actually working or not. Don't think mine are. But that's all right, because neither are my fingers. Does she look like she's holding it or not? I haven't done that bit. I can't even find a hand. Does she look like she's holding it? That kind of does, doesn't it? Kinda. That was the whole point that I wanted. I wanted her to be holding the watch, clock, time. Let's just get that out there. One, two, three. I always have trouble working out which way clocks go round too. There. So have we covered everything now? I've got pink, bright, boho, angel, outlining, game piece now, time, pianola page, date, music page, pink. I think we're done. I will put a picture of this as the thumbnail up. You may see that I've gone and got a bead on a bowl pin, which is what I want here. But I don't have any sitting at my desk. My beads are all way over there behind me, and I truly do not have time to go rifling for those for my hour. So that will be in the picture. Thank you very much for joining me with this one. I am enjoying them. Might sound like I'm not, but I am enjoying them. If you haven't joined it yet, please do. It is a lot of fun. It really is. So I'm going to spend an hour now cleaning up this mess. And I will upload this later tonight. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, just so I know that I'm doing the right thing. And until next time, happy crafting. See you this weekend. Okay, bye.